We are starting this video off as a little bit of a vlog, as you can clearly see. So I've just had a parcel turn up. I've just opened it because it's quite an expensive one, but I'm not going to be keeping it. I bought this game off Vinted for, I think it was like £7 posted, and it trades in for about 30 quid. I think it's about a £45 game, which is nuts. I wouldn't want to necessarily keep this anyway because it's just not my cup of tea at all. Each to their own, it really is. But it's just not me. So I think I'm going to trade it in. I have a whole bunch of stuff to trade in because some of it hasn't sold on Vinted and that. So I'm just going to trade it in, get the voucher, build that massively. Hopefully they take everything today. Hopefully. We're going to go there. We're going to see what we can get. But first, let me show you what I picked up. That's right. We picked up Monster High New Ghoul in School, and if you know this game, it's around a £45 to £50 game, which is crazy, utterly crazy. I paid, I think like £7 posted, not even that for it. There is one caveat to that, and that is the fact that it's got no manual, but that's okay because I'm really not going to keep this. I did buy it just for the trade, and I think it's still around £30 trade on this, which is insane. I have no idea what this game is, no idea what it's about, but here we are. We're going to trade it in. Again, it's PS3 and it's expensive PlayStation 3, but I'm just not interested. I'm not going to keep it just for the sake of keeping it. I don't honestly know what this game is about. Like yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. If you know, let me know in the comments, but sure. But yeah, we got this. Like I said, I think it was like £7 posted, somewhere there, 7 or 8 quid. I'm gonna trade this in for 30, and I will show you the whole bunch of games that I have got to trade in because I've got quite a lot. So I've got the stack of games right in front of me. It's probably my biggest trade in CEX in a very, very long time. I haven't been there that much. I go probably like once every couple of weeks now. Maybe, you know, since the last video. You've obviously seen it on the channel that CEX like hauls and just videos are just a lot less than what they have been. It's just that my focus has changed, what I want has changed. So, and other places have been such a good tool and very valuable to me. CEX has sort of like just dropped down the list, it really has. But these are games that haven't sold on my Vinted, so I'm going to trade them in, get the voucher for it, build my voucher even up further because it's going to be quite large after this trade in. I think I'm looking 150 on trade. I'll show you the games anyway. You'll probably think of why on earth are you trading them in. Just alright, just go with it. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna have a good time, okay? We are. So, yeah, we have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have 20 games in total, which isn't too bad. Or 21 games, sorry, in total, which isn't too bad. I say games. Some of them are DVDs, or some of them are Blu-rays, which I'll show you right now. Here we have the huge stack of games. There's a couple of games that you haven't actually seen me pick up. Marvel Avengers, Lego Superheroes 2 and Minecraft. We got them off eBay for I think £12.50 posted. I will send a screenshot up on the screen. You can see I've had these for like a week or two, and same with Minecraft on Xbox One. That was £5.70 posted off Vinted. That came like yesterday or the day before. But these are just trade-ins, so they're not anything special. But Minecraft is always a great one to get for trade-in. £12.50 into like 26, I believe, out of those three. £5.70 into 12, I think, on Minecraft for the Xbox One. We've got Farming Simulator Premium Edition. That hasn't sold, so I'm going to trade that in. I think I only get like £14 on it. You can get more if you try and sell it, but it's not an easy sell, so be warned. God of War collection. I tried to sell it again, hasn't sold. It's been up there for like a couple of weeks now. So we're just going to take the 23 on voucher. It's more valuable to me. Then we have a few Blu-rays. I'm thinning out my Blu-ray collection. And then we have the few PSP games. They're not all of the remaining ones. I think I have like 3 or 4 after this that don't trade in for anything. So yeah, they don't give a great price on the triple pack there, but I can't sell it for like even 15 quid at this point, so we're going to trade it in. Hopefully they take it. And then obviously Monster High New Ghoul in School, that's going to go, which is my most expensive one I think out of this. There's a few nice ones in this. I think, like I said, I think I'm going to get like around 150 with a bit of luck anyway, with a bit of luck. So we're going to go to CEX. We're going to see what there is. Probably not a lot, because I haven't really bought anything out of CEX since the previous video you would have seen, which has been for me like nearly a week, maybe even longer than that, to be fair. But I'm just not really vibing with buying too much out of CEX. You might be thinking, why the hell are you getting a voucher? Well, because in the future, for more rarer stuff, when it comes into CEX, it helps me. There's 2 games that I'm really looking for, especially on the PS3, that are pretty decently priced in CEX. And obviously if I don't have to pay cash, great. All of this stuff here doesn't really owe me anything. Well, probably like 30 quid maybe, if that, if we're being honest. You know, I bought God of War, the normal one, to replace the Greatest Hits one, Greatest Hits Essentials one. The Minecraft £12.50, and then the other Minecraft is £5.70 I think it was. So you're looking at 20 quid. 20 quid. Or 25 quid. There you go. Because of Monster High. That's all my outlay is anyway. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to get to CEX. We're going to go and trade these in, and hopefully get a good voucher. Hopefully they take everything, because everything seems to be in pretty good condition, but they can be a little bit angsty when they want to be, so we'll see. It'd just be nice to get rid of some of this and actually have a decent voucher after it. So that's where I am. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down below in the comments. Let's go to CEX. Let's see what we get. We are just back from CEX, and it was a little bit interesting. I got a teeny tiny bit less than what I was anticipating, but they did take everything. I think I made a slight misjudgment or a miscalculation on one of the games. I think Line of Fire on the app was traded in for 13. I got 7 boxed with manual, which is a bit interesting, but that's where the discrepancy lies. But everything else traded in for what I thought it was. So we now have a juicy, can you see that? Are we going to focus? 143 on voucher, or on this voucher anyway, which is fantastic. That goes towards the rest of my voucher, and that is epic. We have probably close, I think just over 300, something like that on voucher, which is always good. Was there any other discrepancies on the receipt? The juicy, look at this, look at the size of the receipt, it's crazy. No, Monster High went in for 30. Like I said, Line of Fire went in for 7. It's okay. God of War 23, Minecraft on the PS4 18, £10 on the Xbox, so that's a double up, so that's not too bad. What else? Tony Hawk's Project 8 on the PSP went for £4. They must charge like 10 quid for it, something like that. What else? Nightmare Before Christmas, the UMD for 3 quid. I think that's about a tenner. Couldn't sell it. It's been up there for ages. Could not sell it. The triple pack they did take, that was a £10 trade. So if you see one in stock over the next week, then it's that one. Farming Simulator went in for 14. Everything else was okay. I got £5 for the Jurassic Park Ultimate Trilogy. That's what I paid for it, so cool. But yeah, not too bad. It didn't take too long either. 143 on a voucher. That's pretty juicy. And I walked away with 1 item, which is more than what I actually thought I was going to get. So I'm kind of happy with that. And it's pretty cool. It's not, you know, just a generic game. The game itself is actually pretty good. This copy is inferior to the one I already have because I have it on the Xbox 360, but this is the collector's edition, and that is the limited collector's edition of King Kong. £8 spent, as you can clearly see there. That's pretty cool. It's in very good condition as well. I literally, the last sort of like glance at the PS2 section, I saw this and I was like, yeah, I'll have that. That's cool. It usually sells for like £10-12, something like that, if not a little bit more. It's in great condition. It's complete with like all the art cards and stuff. I don't know what it's supposed to come with, but it looks complete for £8. It's a nice PlayStation 2 steelbook. There's not many of them. You know, there's a half dozen, however many there is, but there's not many. So I'm happy with that. That's pretty cool. So we're going to go back to the games room because we have a lot of tidying to do and a lot of changes. I need to implement a few more things because I've been buying a heck of a lot of stuff off eBay, because eBay is my king at the minute. I absolutely adore it. It's the best thing since sliced bread. It really is. I'm getting incredible deals, and hopefully you will see them soon in upcoming videos, because honestly eBay is just ridiculous. It's head and shoulders above Vinted at the minute, which is surprising. Vinted has been a bit slow recently. I've got a couple of good things coming from Vinted, I'm not gonna lie, but it's just a little bit slow. So, you know, eBay on the other hand is utterly insane. Am I complaining? Not even in the slightest bit. Jeez, he cannot see over that steering wheel. Fair enough. Yeah, that's my only pickup so far today. I'll see what else has got delivered and we'll open them as and when. Obviously we had Monster High delivered earlier, but we've now been out for a couple of hours, so we'll see. Let's get it. We're back from CEX and it was very successful. It was good, I have to say. We've made a couple of changes in here, which is pretty cool as well. So I'm going to show you what I've actually done. So if you see behind me, look at this. Look, we've actually changed this. It looks much better. We have the white PlayStation 3 there and my just normal 120 boxed PlayStation 3. But then we also have the controllers, which is pretty cool. And then we also have Tomb Raider and we have Tekken over there. I think it looks much better. It breaks everything up quite good in here. I think it looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. It breaks up the PlayStation 3 because you've got PlayStation 3 up there and you've got PlayStation 3 all the way down there. So there you go, that's pretty cool. And then if we come down, we've moved the Master System box. It lives down here along with the new PlayStation 2 box. This I don't know what to do with. I have no idea. I might just burn it, I don't know. Let me know what I should do with this down in the comments, because I'd love to hear any suggestions, because nothing's too crazy. Let me say that nothing is too crazy at all. So then if we come over here, you would see that the Master System used to live up here on like my media wall sort of section, and my Lego used to live here, but it's sort of like entwined into everything now, which is pretty cool. But we have our 360 games up here now. We have obviously Most Wanted there and a couple of the special editions behind me. Not sure where. There they are. There's one there and one there. Viva Pinata is somewhere. But this is where the Xbox games are going to be kept. Hopefully it doesn't outgrow it too much. I don't anticipate it outgrowing it that much, but never say never. And then obviously up here, it's just my peripherals just literally chilling there. They're not probably going to stay there, but they're there for the time being, so that's all right. That's okay. It's all right. We're just moving bits around because obviously I live in a cupboard and there isn't a lot of space at all in this cupboard. Look, not much whatsoever. So I have to make use with what I've got. And the best way to do that is to have a little change around. And as you can see from behind me, shout out to that. That's the best thing I think I've bought. And same with that. That is incredible. If you see behind me, we've got essentially a free shelf, which is brilliant because there's a couple of things that I have not actually opened and or shown off yet. And they're going to go there, I think. I've got a couple more parcels that have been delivered. I think we're going to open them up as well. I just thought I'd add like a bit more vloggy stuff to this, because the room has been changing. It looks a lot better now. I have parcels piled up which you cannot see. There's probably, I wouldn't even like to count, to be fair. There's at least one or two. Some incredible stuff. Again, most of it's from eBay. eBay is just 10 out of 10 at the minute. Like I said in the start, it's incredible. It is incredible. It's also fairly, you know, filled with tat, to say the least, but it's pretty good so far for me anyway. Let me know your recent eBay experiences, because mine's been really good. It's very warm in here. I need to put the fan on. I'm dying. But yeah, I'll open, I think I've got a couple of parcels to open, so we'll get them done and go from there, really. So I'm going to put you on the tripod because it makes my life a lot easier. So I thought I'd round off this video just with a couple of pickups. Obviously you saw that we picked up King Kong. It's a great game, to be fair. Apparently it's very good. I've never played it. I have it on the 360, which is probably the version I would actually play, but it's incredible to find PlayStation 2 steelbooks. Like, you don't find them out in the wild that often, so I'm very happy to have this. It's in great condition as well. So it's my only CEX pickup for today. But again, I haven't been buying many games from CEX for like the last month, maybe even longer. Like I said, you've probably seen it from the videos. This is like my second video on CEX in like a few weeks. It's really not that great. After they did the I don't know how to explain it without being rude. The mistake on the previous CEX video, I haven't really been back too much, because like I said, I'm just buying or like getting some great deals from like eBay and Vinted. Like, there's no reason for me to go into CEX unless there's something specific I want. But it's great to have the vouchers, because unless there is something that I really want off the PlayStation 3 hit list or anything like that, then great. If it comes into stock, I will buy it. There's a few things that I've been waiting for. Still hasn't turned up in stock, but that's okay. We play the waiting game, so that's all we can. So we have a couple of pickups, a couple of more deliveries, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to complain about that at all. First one I had to open because, again, I needed to repackage the packaging. So here we are. That's what I did. That is Final Fantasy 15, I believe, on the PlayStation 4. It's the Steelbook version. It's a very nice looking steelbook, has to be said. I haven't heard great things about the game, though. No great things at all. So it didn't cost me a lot. I think it was like £11 posted, £12 posted. I think the game itself, if you don't want the steelbook version, is about 5 to 10. So it's an okay pickup. It's a lovely steelbook. It's a gorgeous steelbook. So for the artwork alone, it's probably worth it to me. Gameplay wise or game wise, I don't know, because I've never actually played a Final Fantasy game. I know it is blasphemy, I'm fully aware, and I'm willing to change that. Maybe with 15, I don't know. You let me know the best one to play down below in the comments. The next one I've had apparently for ages or forever, and I completely forgot about it, but it turned up like under the bed a few weeks ago, so here we are. That is Human Fall Flat. It's a pretty good game to play with like your partner in that. Oh no, the disc. It's just funny and hilarious all at the same time. So yeah, it's Human Fall Flat. I don't know how much this was. I've had this for ages and I completely forgot all about it. But if I had to guess, I don't know, £5–10 maybe, if you're lucky. Next one, we have another PS4 game, and it's a pretty cool PS4 game. And it's another one in the massive series of games that these are. I didn't actually know these had remastered, but they do. Apparently they do. They've remastered quite a few of them from the PS3 to the PS4, and that is the Assassin's Creed Ezio collection. I've been sitting on this for like probably a couple of weeks now. I think when I bought it was like £6 something delivered from Vinted, which isn't a bad price, and at the time it was like an £18 game in CEX. I believe it's now 15, maybe even 12 at this point, but it's still pretty cool to have the Assassin's Creed games. I think, what is it, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood and Revelations, all remastered on disc on PS4. That's fantastic. There's Assassin's Creed Chronicles and Rogue remastered, and I believe Assassin's Creed 3 remastered as well, I think. Maybe, can't remember. I'm fairly certain all of the Assassin's Creeds are remastered for the PS4. Don't quote me on that, but it looks that way to me anyway. But it's the Ezio collection, £7 paid, not too bad. I'm not going to squabble at that. That's cool. Is, again, another game series that I said I would not be collecting for unless I got them cheap. And this is no exception. I got this one really cheap off Vinted. I think it's like a 12, maybe 15, maybe even £18 game. Disc is in pretty good condition. It's not too bad at all. Case is very grubby and it's got a crack, but we can replace the case. It's a case, we can replace it. It's fine, don't worry about it. But I think this was like, again, £6, maybe £7 delivered. That is Spider-Man 3. So we now have Amazing Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man 3. Again, I'm not actively going for the Spider-Man games. They're not on the hit list whatsoever. But if I can pick them up for a very good price, I'm not going to say no. I'm not. So maybe one day we will actually have all the Spider-Man games. Today's not that day, clearly, because I've only got Spider-Man 3. But we got 3 of them. There's like 2 Ultimate Alliances, I think. And then like 4 or 5 more Spider-Man games. Obviously, Web of Shadows, Edge of Dimension, and Shattered Memories are like Shattered Memories. I can't remember what the other one is. I think it's Shattered Dimensions. Edge of Time, Shattered Dimensions, and Web of Shadows are like the most expensive ones. But again, if I get them, I get them. Fantastic. If I don't, I don't. It's one of those. I'm not overly fussed. But Spider-Man 3 is pretty cool. Again, cost me like £6. I could trade it in for like 12, I think, maybe 10 to 12 if I wanted to, but I don't. Yeah, I'll keep it. Doesn't owe me anything. At the end of the day, it doesn't owe me anything. So there you go. So not too many games to add this week, if I'm honest with you. We obviously got King Kong, the Steelbook edition from CEX, from our lovely voucher haul. Absolutely incredible. Then we have Spider-Man 3, the Ezio collection, Human Fall Flat, and then Final Fantasy 15. Nothing too crazy, but still 5 more games to add to the collection, which is fantastic. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to drop it a like. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel, because we are nearly at 2,000. I want to thank you all so much for the support recently. So enjoy your weekend, enjoy the rest of your week, stay safe, take care of yourselves.